13 years ago, 7 young men from South Korea stood under the spotlight for the very first time, not knowing that their small first step would change the history of music forever. And today, after years of waiting, tears, and an unstoppable longing, ARMY has finally gotten what they've been missing the most. All 7 BTS members, RM, Jin, Suga, Jhope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, are standing together again, complete, whole, in front of 110,000 fans who wept tears of pure joy in the city of Busan. Welcome to BTS FESTA 2026. This is not just an anniversary celebration. This is a moment we will remember for the rest of our lives. Alright, for those of you who might be new to the world of BTS, or for longtime ARMY who just want to take a nostalgic trip down memory lane, let's start from the very beginning. Every year in June, BTS holds a tradition that has been going on for more than a decade. This tradition is called FESTA, an annual debut anniversary celebration offered exclusively to their fans, ARMY. In every FESTA, BTS typically releases various exclusive content that you simply cannot find anywhere else. From the iconic family photo that always makes hearts flutter, to special behind-the-scenes videos, heartfelt messages from the members, surprise song releases, and all kinds of interactive content that makes ARMY feel truly close to the people they love. But 2026? This is different. This is so much more than just another FESTA. There are 2 big reasons why FESTA 2026 is so extraordinarily historic. First, every single BTS member has completed their mandatory military service. Yes, you heard that right. No one is still on duty. No empty seats. No absent members. All 7 are now free and actively making music again as one complete group. Second, this year marks BTS's 13th debut anniversary. And the number 13 is no ordinary number. Their agency, Bigot Music, explained that FESTA 2026 carries a deeply meaningful theme. 13, BTS. If the number 12 symbolizes one full and perfect cycle, then the number 13 represents a step beyond that perfection. A new beginning that is bigger, bolder, and more together than ever before. So yes, ARMY, you've been waiting. You've been patient. And at last, June 2026 answers every single bit of that longing. Now let's walk through the full lineup of FESTA 2026 events that BTS prepared with so much love and care for ARMY all around the world. On June 1st at midnight Korea time, BTS officially kicked off the countdown to FESTA 2026 through their social media channels. The announcement instantly caused Twitter, or X, to explode. The hashtag BTSFESTA was trending in almost every country within minutes. On June 4th came the moment so many had been waiting for, the release of the BTS Family Photo 2026. This is not just any photograph. The annual BTS Family Photo is a sacred tradition that has existed since 2014. And this year, when it appeared on BTS's official Instagram account at bts.bigotofficial, ARMY around the world collectively burst into tears. In the photo, RM, Jin, Suga, Jhope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook are seen together in casual, bright-toned outfits. Their expressions, calm, warm, smiling at each other, that was enough. That was more than enough. Millions of ARMY commented that seeing all 7 members in one single frame, after everything they had all been through, felt like a dream that had finally come true. The very next day, June 5th, BTS dropped the performance video for Hooligan, a B-side from their latest album, Erarang. The song is powerful and full of energy, capturing the relentless and unbreakable side of BTS. And their performance in that video? It proved that 7 years, 13 years, or even 30 years could never erode the talent and charisma that these 7 men bring to every single stage they step on. Then on June 7th and 8th, 2 deeply personal pieces of content followed, Normal Log and 13-Side Film. Normal Log offered a look into the everyday lives of the members, simple, quiet moments that fans somehow always love the most. And 13-Side Film brought together behind-the-scenes footage from BTS's long journey, the kind of content that pulls you in emotionally and doesn't let go until you've cried at least twice. And then, this is the moment that truly made ARMY lose their minds. On June 10th and 11th, The most iconic BTS variety show of all time made its return. Run BTS 2.0 was back. Watching the members laugh together, pull pranks on each other, and just be their most genuine, unfiltered selves felt like the universe confirming that yes, the new era of BTS had truly begun. On June 12th, just one day before the anniversary, Come Over was officially released to all major digital streaming platforms. This song, which had previously only been available on the exclusive vinyl edition, was now open for everyone to hear. It tells a story of sincerity, of continuing to find you even when lost, and the message feels deeply and unmistakably personal between BTS and ARMY. Alongside it, the Arirang 613 limited edition picture disc vinyl went on sale through Weverse, featuring 2 brand new bonus tracks that offered fans a rare glimpse into the most private and personal side of all 7 members. And now, we arrive at the peak of everything. June 12th and 13th, 2026. Busan Asian Main Stadium, South Korea. 2 consecutive nights that will never be forgotten in the history of K-pop. Busan is not just a city. For BTS and ARMY, Busan is a place loaded with meaning and memory. It is the hometown of Jimin and Jungkook, 2 members who grew up in South Korea's busiest port city before moving to Seoul to chase their dreams together as BTS. And Busan is the city where the final concert of all 7 members together took place before they began their military service one by one, through the legendary, yet-to-come in Busan concert back in October 2022. Nearly 4 years had passed, and now they were back, at the same stadium, in the same city, but with a completely new chapter to tell. When those 7 silhouettes walked toward the stage and the first spotlight touched their faces, the stadium erupted. Screams, tears, and voices singing together merged into one massive wave of emotion that was almost impossible to put into words. Jimin delivered a breathtaking performance on night 1, dressed in a striking black outfit, with powerful vocals and sharp, precise dance moves that commanded every eye in the stadium. When he hit the high notes in Magic Shop and added emotional ad-libs at the end of Into the Sun, thousands of people were crying before they even realized it. And then he stopped, stood center stage, and spoke to the crowd, his voice carrying just the slightest hint of trembling. On this meaningful day, I am so happy to be back in my hometown, singing and dancing. Such a simple sentence. But for ARMY, especially those who had waited nearly 4 years for this, those words felt like every single minute of that wait had been worth it. Night 2 was the night of all nights. June 13th, 2026, exactly 13 years after BTS made their debut on June 13th, 2013. And BTS chose to celebrate that anniversary not in a recording studio, not on a TV show, not through a live stream from a hotel room. They celebrated it on stage, in front of tens of thousands of ARMY who had traveled from all corners of the globe, from Indonesia, the Philippines, the United States, Brazil, France, India, and beyond. According to official figures from HYB, approximately 110,000 fans attended the BTS World Tour Arirang concerts across the 2 nights in Busan. 110,000 people, crying together, singing together, celebrating together. Among the many unforgettable moments from both nights, some of the most viral and most talked about across all of ARMY included Jimin and Jungkook chasing each other around the stage and being playfully silly together. An interaction so genuine and spontaneous that it became the most perfect symbol of BTS's reunion joy. V shared, with glistening eyes, that he holds so many memories in Busan, from the BTS 5th muster, Magic Shop in 2019 to yet to come in Busan in 2022. Every time I come to Busan, he said, there's always a different memory. And tonight, this is the most beautiful one of all. RM, as the group's leader, stood before the crowd and delivered a birthday speech that made the entire stadium go quiet for a moment before bursting into tears and thunderous applause. He spoke about how much he treasured every moment together, and how this 13-year journey does not belong to BTS alone. It belongs to BTS and ARMY, equally and always. And Jungkook, born and raised right here in Busan, couldn't hide his emotions for a single second. He kept gazing out at the sea of fans with the most genuine smile, as if he were trying to commit every detail of that moment to memory forever. What made FESTA 2026 even more inclusive was the decision by BTS and HYB to broadcast the Busan concerts live through the Weverse platform and in movie theaters across the world. ARMY who couldn't be there physically could still feel the magic of those nights. And believe it, many reported that they cried just as hard sitting in cinema seats thousands of miles away. In Jakarta, Indonesian ARMY gathered for their own celebration called FESTA in the Park 2026 at Senayan Park on June 13th, complete with Noribang sessions, live concert screenings, and a lineup of activities that brought fans closer to one another. The city of Busan itself transformed into one enormous celebration through a program called BTS The City Ararang, featuring themed light installations throughout the city, exclusive pop-up stores, and a series of special events that turned every street corner into a piece of the party. Before we close out this video, let's take a moment, just a moment, to step back and reflect on something truly extraordinary. 13 years ago, BTS debuted with No More Dream, a song about young people brave enough to question society's expectations and chase their own dreams. At the time, they performed on a small TV show in front of a modest audience from an agency that wasn't yet a major name. They were looked down upon on variety shows. Rapper Be Free belittled Suga and RM on camera. Young Jungkook was mocked on another program. They often didn't win awards. They often didn't chart on major lists. But they didn't stop. They kept writing songs. They kept practicing. They kept pouring their most honest life experiences into their music. And slowly but surely, the world started listening. From No More Dream to Dope. From Dope to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. From Blood, Sweat, and Tears to DNA, which brought them to the AMA stage for the very first time. Then came Fake Love, Boy with Love, Dynamite, Butter, Permission to Dance. And now, in 2026, they return with Ararang, an album that honors Korean cultural roots while striding boldly forward into the future. From a small TV stage with barely anyone watching, to Busan Asian main stadium with 110,000 voices screaming their name. From 7 young men who were told they wouldn't make it, to 7 men who redrew the map of the global music industry. That is not a coincidence. That is living proof that a dream pursued with everything you have, backed by work that never quits, and carried by the sincere love of millions of people all over the world, will always find its way. Beyond the digital content lineup and the massive concerts, FESTA 2026 also came with a very special physical gift for fans. BTS released the Ararang 613 limited edition picture disc vinyl, a limited edition record designed specifically as a 13th debut anniversary gift. It is available exclusively through Weverse, HYB's global fan community platform. What makes this vinyl so incredibly special are the 2 brand new bonus tracks found only within it. The first is a deeply personal B-side that offers a rare and honest look at what life is like for the members behind the glitter and glamour of the pop industry they've lived in for over a decade. The second, voice message, love song, is something genuinely unlike anything else. It's not a song in the traditional sense. It's more like an audio diary, a recording of all 7 BTS members sitting together, chatting casually, answering one simple question: what is your love song? Just imagine that. 7 people with everything they've achieved, sitting around together like old friends catching up. And you get to listen. It is an audio time capsule that captures the natural closeness between them, and their deep, genuine gratitude toward the fans who have walked alongside BTS for more than a decade. By placing a physical record at the center of their 13th anniversary celebration, rather than simply releasing more digital content, BTS seems to be saying something meaningful. They want to give you something you can hold, something you can keep, something you can remember for the rest of your life. ARMY, 13 years is not a short time. For so many of you, BTS has become a part of your life that is simply impossible to separate from who you are. Maybe you first found BTS when you were still in high school. Maybe it was BTS who got you through your hardest exams, your most painful heartbreak, or your loneliest, quietest moments. Maybe you've been ARMY since day one of No More Dream. Or maybe you joined during Dynamite when BTS exploded across the whole world. Or maybe you just fell in love with them yesterday. None of that is better or worse than the other. Every single one of you is part of the same family. And the night of June 13th, 2026 in Busan, is proof that the bond between BTS and ARMY is not an ordinary bond. This is a relationship that has survived distance, time, military service, a global pandemic, and every obstacle that has ever tried to stand in its way. Jimin once said that he was proud to come back to his hometown and sing and dance on such a meaningful day. But what he didn't have to say out loud, what every ARMY who witnessed that moment already felt in their chest, is that their true home is not only Busan. BTS's home is wherever ARMY is. And as long as ARMY exists, BTS will always have somewhere to come back to. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, ARMY. If you've been supporting BTS from the very beginning, drop in the comments. 13 years and still hear Purple Heart. If you're a new ARMY just starting your journey, right? Late to the party, but still proud Purple Heart. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest BTS and K-pop content. See you in the next one. Purple You ARMY. Always. Purple Heart.